But yeah, so Jim, which of these two films, Escape from New York or Sin City, do you prefer?
It might be an unpopular opinion, but I have to go with Sin City. Just because it's stylistically pleasing. Things are happening. I like the stories. I like the characters. I like the noirness, the noir aspects to it. I love the artistic use of color throughout these stories. And to compare it to a movie like Escape from New York, it's kind of a shame because if we were doing like a shitty movie, I'd be like, oh, Escape from New York. But it's just kind of a boring movie. And even though I enjoy it, and I really love Kurt Russell, and I really love John Carpenter,
He's the best.
Yeah.
Lee Van Cleef is the best.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of best.
Yeah,
Tom Atkins is the best.
Yeah, and Lee
He's
Van
barely
Cleef has
in
a
the
cool
movie, but
little
he's
earring.
there.
And I think that's cool too.
Adrienne Barbeau's cleavage is the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Except for Carla Gugino.
Yeah, oh, she's gorgeous. Just drop dead gorgeous. But compared to Sin City, it's a very slow,
it is
boring movie, unfortunately. Sin City just has all the aspects of, I guess, a comic book movie that I would want. It is very much like anime, and as we have learned from 100 episodes, I assume, roughly, I like anime.
Yeah, we're right about there, yeah.
So that's about it. So how about you, Patrick? Which one do you like more?
It's pretty close for me, but I am going Escape from New York. It was very close to me. I had only seen each film once before. I was going into this expecting to pick Sin City. Yes. I was expecting to pick Sin City. Sin City was actually the first one I saw. I did the reverse order double feature, and I saw Sin City, and I'm like, it's not quite as good as I remembered it. And then I saw Escape from New York, and it's like, it's about as good as I remember it. And it's like, it's close. I'll take Escape from New York. I think it boils down to, I didn't like the direction that the stories in Sin City went. And I understand there's a prior source material it's dealing with. It's a source material, quite frankly, that's not for me. And as for the story in Escape from New York, it goes where I want it to go. I think they get the most out of that story. I did not feel the same way about Sin City. I hesitate to say Escape from New York has heart, but I have a protagonist that entire movie that I'm intrigued to watch do his thing, Snake Plissken. We get obviously different protagonists in Sin City. I'm intrigued to watch two of them. And then there is Clive Owen dragging the movie down. But like even the ones I am intrigued to watch, I think we get some heart. We get some ticker from the Bruce Willis stories. We don't get a lot of heart from the Mickey Rourke ones, which isn't a complaint. But yeah, I guess it's just the one protagonist all the way through that I love watching, as opposed to 2 out of the 3 protagonists that I like watching, if I had to boil it down to like one reason.
I don't dislike Escape from New York. I think it's a fine movie. And you actually said this earlier, and I forget how you said it. You said it lived up to your expectations. How did you phrase it, Patrick? You said something like, it executed what was expected of it or something?
It executes its premise.
Yeah, you said it executes its premise well. And it does.
It does not exceed its premise. It does not... The film is somewhat carried by its premise. This silly, stupid, but also awesome premise. That's what the entire movie is. And it's the character and the premise and the world. It's like those are kind of the only things that matter. Yes, the filmmaking is kind of boring and sloppy and not that exciting, but I don't care.
If I can ask you, how do you feel about these two as a double feature? Because I think they would work.
I think this is one of the best ones we've had. I think in terms of, these are both films that are kind of built around a city. And in both cases, it's really a fictional city. Because yes, it's New York, but it's this fictional prison New York. And Sin City, Basin City. You mentioned it was New York-like. I think it's just any like American city. Like I was thinking honestly,
you're probably
LA.
Right. Yeah, you're probably right.
Both films give us a pretty unique world, and a lot of that is presented with unique visuals, especially with Sin City, of course. These worlds are so fun to be in both cases. And I think as for the order, too, Escape from New York first, it is slower, it's more boring. Sin City, faster, more violent, more nudity, all that stuff works better as a second feature.
Well, and then you even have leading characters in both films that are these kind of stoic...
anti-heroes.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Except for Bruce Willis isn't an anti-hero. He's just like a hero. But I think there's a Mickey Rourke Marv, Snake Plissken connection for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting that with both of these we have main characters that are just these kind of stoic male leads who turn out to be the
tough
heroes.
Guys.
Yeah. That's
classic,
exactly it.
like archetypal male hero figures, really.
Well, and it's funny because none of them really want to be the hero except for Bruce Willis at the beginning. He wants to save this girl.
Yes.
But everybody else, they don't really want to be the hero. They wind up playing the part of the hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a really interesting pairing, and I think you're right that this is probably one of the best pairings we've ever had.
Yeah, it's a very good one.